You know, there were great faces in the WWE like Stone Cold Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, but today we're not going to talk about those guys. We're going to talk about guys who arguably rocked as a heels but sucked balls as a faces. This is also a mix of mine and other people's opinions, so there's obviously going to be more. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think is the worst face in the WWE? You're watching top 10 worst WWE face turns of all time. Number 10, Dolph Ziggler. I really did not want to put him in this list, but I really wanted to get my opinion out here because I think he needs to be a heel. As a face, he's just a guy who tries to beat something, tries to do something, but loses at the end of it. He talks the same shit over and over again. He cut some great promos, but at the end of the day, those promos don't do anything for him because he keeps losing. Now, as a heel, he was one of the most over guys in the WWE in 2012. But when he turned face, he kept losing against guys like Heath Slater, and I should be done right here. Number 9, Roman Reigns. We need a Roman Reigns heel turn. When he was a heel in the Shield, everybody liked him. You know, he was the powerhouse of the Shield. He was that guy with no emotions, and he's now with no emotions when he's supposed to have some emotions. Weird, a lot of charisma. Anyway, when he became the face, and not only the face of the company, he was booed a lot, like one of the most, if not the most booed WWE superstars ever. And as long as Roman Reigns is a face, he will get booed every single week. So this is why he is on this list. Turn Roman Reigns heel, he will not get over, never ever. Keep that in mind, WWE, and have a nice day. Number 8, Alberto Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio defeated The Big Show for the World Heavyweight Championship during SmackDown. He became a face. He was supposed to be that American-Mexican hero of the WWE. He defeated Jack Swagger at WrestleMania and retained the World Heavyweight Championship. But then a heel Ziggler cashed in his Money in the Bank, and Ziggler was attacking his injured leg. And when Dolph Ziggler defended his title for the first time, Alberto Del Rio kept attacking injured Dolph Ziggler's head from the concussion, and that was a double turn. Dolph Ziggler turned face, Alberto Del Rio turned heel during that night. Because Alberto Del Rio as a face wasn't interesting at all. I thought it was kinda alright, but people really hated that. So I don't know whether it was a bad booking or a bad time, but he wasn't a good face. Number 7, Jack Swagger. I think Jack Swagger is kinda alright, but as a face, he also sucks. WWE was like, Jack Swagger is the new Kurt Angle. No.
Please look at his American attire.
No.
I mean, he...
Stop. Never. No. Either way, Jack Swagger was an alright heel, but when he turned face in 2012, he hasn't done anything relevant since. He faced Rusev for the United States Championship but lost. Like, that was supposed to be a great moment where American, the real American, defeats Russian, Bulgarian, whatever Rusev is. But he lost.
But I mean, he's...
No. Either way, Jack Swagger face turn failed miserably, and he's still a face, and he's on Raw. He is on Raw, but he's not. Like, he's not appearing on Raw. He should be on SmackDown, and he should be a heel.
I want you to bark like a dog.
Number 6, Big Show's heel turn in all of them. Seriously, all of them. Like, how many heel face turns Big Show had? Big Show as a heel is kinda alright in my opinion. He's intimidating. Like in 2012, in that John Cena vs. Big Show looked like a freaking giant monster crushing, beating machine. That failed. Either way, he was a great heel. Looked strong, he looked like a freaking giant. But when he's a face, he's just crying. That's all he does. That's a picture of Big Show crying. Another one. You get my point. As a heel, Big Show is kinda good. As a face, he's just to put over younger talent. Or everyone. He puts over everyone as a heel, as a face. I might be wrong, but I think every Big Show's title reign as a world champion was when he was a heel. So that tells something. And if he was a champion as a face, I guess it sucked. Number 5, Mark Henry. In 2011, Mark Henry became the World Heavyweight Champion for the first time, beating Randy Orton. It was kinda alright. He was intimidating, and he was a monster just like the Big Show. He was beating all the guys, you know, nobody can stand against Mark Henry. And as a face, he loses matches against social outcasts, every champion, and everyone really. When he gets in that ring, we just wanna skip this bullshit. Like as a face, he's just, I don't know. But when he was a heel, it was great in 2011, and I kinda enjoyed his heel turn, like one of the best heel turns against John Cena when he said that he's going to retire, but he didn't. And now I wish he would. Like that. I mean, why not? Number 4, Kane's face turn, every single damn one of them. Again, Kane is a guy that should be a heel. He should stay a heel because he's a monster. He's a demon's favorite demon, and he is made to be a heel. And when he's a heel, you gotta agree, he's intimidating. He does this crazy stuff like putting balls on electrical, putting people on fire. Like that's some crazy shit. And as a face, he keeps hugging people, which I actually enjoy, but still, I would rather watch corporate Kane than face Demon Kane, like seriously. Now Kane is boring and I would wish he would kinda disappear or bring back his old Attitude Era costume and act like that Kane we used to love. And as a face, he's just for comedy, and that's not the best thing for that kind of character. Number 3, Randy Orton in 2004. Now in my opinion, like, I actually enjoyed it. Like that face turn was actually most of my childhood of wrestling, seriously. And I wouldn't say that he did a bad job at doing it as well. Like he was a great wrestler, he cut some great promos against Evolution, but let me tell you how all that happened. SummerSlam 2004, Chris Benoit versus Randy Orton World Heavyweight Championship. Randy Orton becomes the youngest world champion in history. Next night on Raw, the rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship. Evolution helps Randy to win, Randy Orton retains, Batista picks him up, celebrates with Randy Orton, Triple H does this, Batista drops him, Triple H is jealous of Randy's title. Next night on Raw, he demands Randy to give him the title. Randy spits him in the face, turns face, and he was kinda over. I guess for some people it was cool for a couple of months or even just a month, but in Randy's defense, the booking was terrible. He lost the title in 1 month against who? Triple H. He lost the championship and never got it back, and people just did not like this overly face Randy, and they were chanting for Triple H, like, you know, the older people, and it was kinda bad because Randy Orton was the face and he wasn't as cheered, you know, by the older people, and Triple H wasn't supposed to be cheered because he was the villain in the storyline, like a huge villain. Either way, WWE saw that this face turn did not work out, so Randy Orton turned heel and even RKO'd his girlfriend to show The Undertaker that he wants to defeat him at WrestleMania. Later, Randy Orton joined SmackDown and he was one of the best heels in that time, like cutting some great promos, doing horrible stuff to Undertaker. That storyline is actually one of my favorites of all time. Number 2, The Miz. The Miz turned in a Christmas episode of Monday Night Raw, and you can't go worse than freaking that. Like seriously, Christmas Raw episodes are the worst thing in the world. I used to skip those. He turned face and he helped John Cena in a tag team match. Then he just became kind of a jobber, like he was losing a lot. The only good thing is that he became the Intercontinental Champion, but crowd never really were behind The Miz. He was beaten by Randy Orton in front of his parents, and that still couldn't get empathy from the fans. The face turn simply failed. He won the Intercontinental Championship, lost it the second night. The only thing that I enjoyed about this face turn was actually to see a Miz as a face because he was a glorified heel. And it was kinda cool to see him, you know, talking against the Authority with Ziggler, you know, all these guys that are faces and they want to stand against the Authority when the Authority first started, you know. And number 1 worst face turn is Batista's when he returned to the WWE. Now don't get me wrong, Batista as a face is kinda alright, like in 2005 on SmackDown it was kinda good. I'm not going to say that it was bad, but when he returned it wasn't even Batista's fault. He actually was getting cheered, but during the match at Royal Rumble, when he won the Royal Rumble, he was booed like hell. The reason is that Daniel Bryan wasn't even on the Royal Rumble, and actually everyone wanted to see Daniel Bryan winning. It wasn't like people hated Batista, it was more like we want Daniel Bryan and not Batista. So that failed miserably. Every single week Batista was booed, even when he's beating Alberto Del Rio, who was a heel at that time. If I'm not wrong, there was a match at Fastlane, before WrestleMania, and even there Batista was booed like hell, and he didn't knew what the fuck is going on. And as a heel, it's just on a whole different level. In my opinion, one of the best heels of all time, Batista in 2010. This Hollywood prick with glasses, that was kinda good. So this is the top 10 combination of my and majority of people's opinion about the worst face turns of all time. Let me know in the comments below more of these, because I really would like to know your opinion, because it was kind of a tough list to make. If this video gets 1,000 likes, I promise a would you rather video this Sunday. So thank you very much. This is a promise thing, you gotta keep promises. I don't think you guys should leave those questions, because I asked for those questions like a few weeks ago and I already have them, so I guess I'll just do that with those questions. But for the next time, I will let you know when I will be doing a next Would You Rather. Either way, follow me into the right here. Best damn thing on YouTube, world, universe, and the WWE, everyone, everywhere. I don't cut this shit. Never. Just follow me on Twitter for more shit like this. If I'm feeling cringe, I don't know what you guys feel right now. Either way, the great one, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.